Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Putra Ainulisa Muhammad Kamal from MC1101E. As we know, our country Malaysia is a country full of beautiful nature. There are many types of marine life in our country, as Malaysia has beautiful island. So when I talk about marine life, coral, fishes, I think everyone knows what it is. But are you sure? You know the importance or the impact that corals reef can do to human life? Okay, let me tell you 5 functions of corals that benefit people. So the first function is coastal protection. What is coastal protection? Coastal protection is often made up of hard structures such as coatings or groins. Coastal protection is important because it defending against hurricanes, destruction, floods and deforestation, and this ecosystem keep residents safe and can help offset the economic loss of personal and public property, cultural icons and natural resources. Coral reef function as a natural sheet to protect tidal beaches, ports and towns from the ocean waves, with over 200 million people dependent on coral reef to shelter them. Many infrastructure are prone to hurricane destruction without coral reef. Reefs have an important role to play in defending the bank from hurricanes and flooding. Prevention of erosion is especially important in coastal regions such as the Malacca, Penang, and more, where many residential houses and commercial properties are on the beach. With the danger of coastal flooding, many residents could end up going elsewhere, allowing the particular region to collapse. That's why it's so important to ensure that coastal erosion is halted in its tracks. Function number 2: food resource and nutrition. Coral reefs are an important food source for people living along the reef and are important to the world's fisheries, which provide them with a large source of protein. In developing nations, the coral is said to contribute to 1/4 of the overall catch of fish, supplying food for tens of millions of people. In emerging regions and island nations, a significant proportion of these human communities live. A major source of protein is reef animals. Coral reefs have about 10% of the world's fish caught. But in developed nations, this number increased to 20 to 25% and 70 to 90% in Southeast Asian countries. Besides that, marine and other sea creatures have been the main source of nutrition for as long as humans have been living along the coast. The exploitation of marine life is a significant economic factor in all of the world's ocean, from small-scale artisanal fishing to major commercial fleets. For spawning and habitat, local populations such as lobsters, stone crabs, snapper, and grouper all directly depend on the reef. Other fisheries such as tuna, dolphins, and other pelagic animals rely indirectly on the coral, even though they eat the bait fish. The third one is economic development. Coral reefs are also the cornerstone of coastal economies. Tourists going to dive need not only dive boats and guides, but also bars, hotels, and commercial and entertainment venues. In several instances, the reef associated tourism has grown to change the world economy of the country. This has, of course, both positive and negative implications for both the aquatic ecosystem and the people concerned. For example, anyone who harvests sea turtle eggs may prefer to sell turtle tours as an alternate means of subsistence. On the other hand, the uncontrolled number of visitors could contribute to environmental problems such as coral destruction, contamination, and insufficient waste disposal. As a result of direct profits from fishing, the reef have a resource and facilities worth billions of dollars per year. There are many coral reefs that are the target of visitors. Among the most popular are the canyons of the sea, such as Tawau Sabah, Tioman Island, Terengganu, and more. The fourth point is tourism attraction. Coral reef ecosystems are among the most biologically rich and commercially important ecosystems on Earth, benefiting not only local but global economies. By tourism such as snorkeling, scuba diving, swimming, and fishing, coral reefs produce billions of dollars as well as jobs in more than 100 countries around the world. Coral reef can indirectly bring economic value to this country by encouraging tourists to enjoy beaches, eat local seafood, paddleboard, and sail. All of this is possible thanks to coral reef, serving as defense against tides, wind, and floods. Coral reef is also the backbone of the economies of tropical regions where it is normally found. The beaches of sandy white beach draw divers, free enthusiasts, fishers, and amateurs. More than 100 countries benefit from reef tourism, and over 20 countries it contributes to over 30% of the export revenue. On many small islands, this coastal tourism accounts for more than 90% of new economic growth. Reef tourism may deliver alternate or complementary income opportunities to coastal communities in developing countries if it is handled in a sustainable manner by minimizing disruption and contamination generated by this same tourism, especially as far as mass tourism is concerned. The last one is medical future. Stripped to a very huge extent of any chance of nobility, corals have built an arsenal of extremely efficient chemical weapons to protect themselves and defend in the invasion of reef habitat. Coral species are of particular importance in the prevention of some disease or the growth of cells. Not just that, on the coral reef, many of the substances currently used in human drugs are contained with the possibility for more to be identified. A variety of species living on reef produce chemical compounds that have been isolated for human use. Scientists have created drugs for a number of illnesses such as lung disease, skin cancer, ulcer, and leukemia. So my dearest audience, now you know how huge the impact of coral reef to human life. So I humbly ask you all to take care of our natural nature, especially the marine life. We have many benefits from them, so it is our responsibility to look after and care for them well. Thank you.